Hi, my name is Sumit Sharma, and I have total 16 years of work ex, spans across companies such as Microsoft, InfoEdge, RateGain, and Pitney Bowes, B2B, B2C spaces. In my experience, I've always seen the importance for data grow over a period of time. There is much more need for professionals who are analytically driven in decision making, as well as analytically sound and then can communicate it well. So an ideal candidate with the MBA in business analytics is expected to have 3 key skills. Number 1, the ability to see the bigger picture. Which space, macro and micro, are we operating in? But then also being able to get hands dirty and focus on the micro nuances of why the data is not correct, what needs to be done to achieve an ideal pipeline for data. That's one. The second most fundamental expectation is the understanding of business model, as well as understanding how we are competing, what are the opportunities that lie ahead of us. The third area is, I cannot undermine the importance of communication in this whole scope. There's immense data and there are innumerable tools that you can work on. But what differentiates you from others would be the ability with which you can communicate that thought process. What are the actionable insights? What are the answers that people are looking from you? This is something that you need to work on. Last but not the least, if you can add an element of agility in your thinking, which is today maybe you are operating in industry 1 and tomorrow you shift over to industry 2. What is the thought process change that you need to bring? That would be the cherry on the cake. Yeah, if we talk of the current setting in which we are all operating, the opportunities are endless. I would say better than ever. Look at the fact that there are so many startups coming up. Each startup today is expected to work on the fundamentals of the lean startup methodology, which sits on this framework of build, measure, learn. Now check it out, how beautifully is measurement established in the middle of this whole framework. This is where your value add, this is where the program adds value to the measurement exercise. Let's move over to the next part, which is big companies, large conglomerates. These are looking for a sustainable competitive advantage. They are looking for the next growth engines from which a lot of monetization, a lot of retention and new business models will be uncovered. So your role is to use analytics in a way that competitive advantages can be achieved for lot many opportunities and lot many engagements. So be it personal finance, be it new product ideation, be it pricing, opportunities are endless and tools are better than ever. So in my industry, in my space, which is product management, the biggest shift that has come across is the adoption of technology by the consumer. You would see, thanks to the geos of the world, now we see every other person has mobile access. That has led to many new business models come up and bring the same technology which was just encapsulated maybe in offices or was just productivity software is now in hands of everyone. Now this requires product managers also to think differently. Needless to say, the need or the demand for product managers and data-driven people and analytical product people has kind of grown over a period of time. This is because you cannot go talk to every consumer, but you can look at hordes of data and then analyze to see how effective your product acceptance is it a make or is it fail, or does it need more iterations? So all this insight is now is coming from a lot of consumers, and data is now helping you make next iteration and next decisions. So the biggest advantage with this MBA program is that it enables you to hit the ground running. You would have an analytical toolkit and you would have business models and framework in your mind to get started with. So imagine you join a team which is responsible for sales excellence. So the toolkit on planning, estimating your revenue targets, how well we are doing, what is the employee productivity, all are a part of hardcore data-driven numbers that you would have understood and models that you would have applied. After a few years of work experience that you choose in any area, it could be sales, it could be marketing, operations, even digital marketing for that matter, you then have a choice to move into either specialization that you deeply enjoy of business function such as operations, marketing, sales, product, or you could choose to excel and develop centers of excellence around core analytics which powers the entire organization as an horizontal. The primary ask of the business analytics profession is your number one, analytical thinking, and second, comfort with numbers. So whether if you're an engineer or a non-engineer, if you possess the aptitude for these two things, or you have an ability that you think you can work over it because you find the profession interesting, I think engineers would have little more exposure and advantage, but not something that you cannot tide over. So product management industry has significantly pivoted towards data-backed and analytical-driven decision making. So from the very stage of seeding an idea, it's not a short project that will work, but it's rather a hypothesis which has to be proven with real data. Then subsequent iterations and how much of investment we want are decisions again which are analytically powered. And finally, when we want to take these products to full scale, are again decisions where we see that profitability is ensured and the product is accepted, completely backed on decisions coming from data.